Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Virtual Sightseer. This is where I take you around the globe in Microsoft Flight Simulator. The goal here is to use a sim to show you beautiful places from around the world from the comforts of your own home. As a friendly reminder, I'm no professional, this isn't a tutorial, and it's all just for fun. My hope is that as the channel gets bigger, subscribers and viewers will request cool places for new flights. If you had a chance to check out my previous episode, I hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't checked it out yet, please do. I did a special Christmas episode. So, let's get into the sim and find out where we're flying on this episode. Alright, so today we're going to be taking off from Lukla Airport in Nepal. This airport sits at about 9,186 feet. It is often used by those heading to Everest, which is exactly where we're going to be heading to. We're going to loop around Mount Everest, and then we're going to come back in for hopefully a safe landing in Kathmandu. The flight plan says this should be about a 30-minute flight, so if the recording gets a little long, I might just put a cut in. We do have some beautiful scenery along the way, so I'm going to try my best not to talk too much, but naturally I do have some facts once we get off the ground here. Not sure why that glitch is there, but should be all set up now. Parking brake off. Gear up, flaps up. Alright, let's head to Everest. So now that we are airborne, let's talk a bit about Everest. It is situated in the Himalayas and is the highest mountain on Earth above sea level. It stands at 29,032 feet. The first confirmed ascent was May 29, 1953. The ascent was by Tenzing Norgay and Sir Edmund Hillary. There's actually a portion of the climb named after Hillary called Hillary's Peak or Hillary's Step. At the time, this was a near vertical rock face and was the last major hurdle before reaching the summit. Although in some of my research in 2015, it looks like Hillary's Step was changed by an earthquake. And now a little bit about the weather. The weather is absolutely insane on Everest, as one would suspect. So in the warmest months, on average, the daytime temp only reaches approximately -2 degrees Fahrenheit. And during the coldest months, on average, the temperature is around -33 degrees Fahrenheit. And due to Everest elevation, it actually reaches the jet stream and can have sustained winds at 100 miles per hour on the summit. So we're not going to have enough to get above that peak right there, so we're just going to go to the left of it, and then we'll head right. We may get a terrain warning as we go over this peak, but it should be okay. if I'm not mistaken, right in front of us should be Everest. We'll have Everest Base Camp down to our left. So we got our markers in. It might be a little bit difficult to see there, but there we go. So that's the Everest Memorial, and then just above that is Everest Base Camp. And as we get closer, I'll turn those markers on so things are a little bit clearer. If you've made it this far into the video, please leave a comment below. Let me know where you want to see a flight. I'd love for you to subscribe and like, share all you want. I am looking for flight suggestions. We'll turn those visuals back on. We have the summit of Mount Everest. The graphics coming through here just look incredible. Can go ahead and have a look at our EFB. Make another turn here to our left. We'll get lined up with our path back to Kathmandu. Alright guys, we'll do a little bit of flying here, let you guys enjoy some of the scenery, and then I will go ahead and jump when we are ready to land back at Kathmandu. Alright everyone, welcome back. As you can see, our scenery has changed a little bit. Go ahead and zoom back in here. We are about 10 nautical miles away from our intended destination. Let's see if we can get a good view here. Right there. And here's a good view as well. think we're still probably a touch high. Let's get off the runway here. Come to a stop. Apply our parking brake. Alright guys, now that we are safely back on the ground, that's going to be it for this flight. If you stuck around to the end, I want to thank you. I want to thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment where you'd like to see me fly next. See you in the next one.